What's up, everyone? Welcome to Best Car Reviews. I'm Ben, and today we'll be dissecting the mighty 2023 Dodge Demon 170. Before we begin, please like and subscribe so I can continue to bring you accurate, clear car reviews in under 10 minutes. Let's get started. This is it. This is the official farewell bang for Dodge and the V8 muscle. And in true Dodge fashion, they didn't disappoint. This video will examine all the details in a clearer way to best prepare you for your inevitable decision to try and buy this absolute menace of a vehicle. I hope you have access to rocket fuel because you just may need it. Photos and information in today's video come direct from Dodge or from Car and Driver. Let's dive in. Alright, here's our first step of the breakdown of this trim. We'll take a look at the chart here. The Demon is said to be starting at $100,361. No surprise there. The surprise might actually be that it's not more than that. That is actually less than I imagined. The engine for this is the mighty 6.2 liter V8. But this one puts out 1,025 horsepower and a whopping 925 pound-feet of torque to accompany it. That is just absolutely nuts that you can buy this and drive this on the road. Please know what you're doing if you do that. We don't need to knock anybody off the road because you don't know how to drive this thing. Going along with that 6.2 liter, you have a nice 8-speed automatic that has been, very well tuned for this vehicle. Obviously, rear-wheel drive, and in terms of MPGs, nobody cares. And if you do, I don't want to hear you complain about 8 miles per gallon, most likely. I don't even know if they're going to come out with MPG numbers, because truly, who cares about that? Speaking of MPGs, we'll go to fuel from that. This takes E85 gasoline for full power. That is 170 proof ethanol, which inspires that 170 name. If you go to the pump in town, 91 octane will still get you 900 horsepower and 810 pound-feet of torque. And looking at a number here quick, with full prepped track and the E85, this thing is said to do a quarter mile in 8.91 seconds. That is well below 9 seconds, and 0 to 60 in 1.66 seconds. That is probably the fastest I've ever heard for a production car that can be owned by a real human being. That's absolutely nuts. While we go through this information, we'll take a look at the pictures that have been released by Dodge. So basically, if you never want to get dusted by Karen at the stoplight ever again, look no further. This beautiful Dodge V8 is ready to do literally everything you need it to do, and the exhaust note will piss off all the other Karens as well. And it can do the big old wheelie like its predecessor, launch you straight up in the air off the line. This thing can even be outfitted with a parachute. That's how fast this thing can go. Looking at the design, it's that classic kind of beefed up wide body look that the Dodgers have had for a while. Get that sweet spoiler, fender flares, and this thing probably has the largest hood scoop in history. It looks like a brick oven. Probably slide your pizza in there and cook it with the engine running. The camshaft is the only part that's largely unaltered from the previous Demon. Everything else has been modified. Stronger connections all over and steel studs clamp cylinder heads to handle much higher pressures, especially with the E85. You get a larger 105mm throttle body for fuel intake. A 3-liter supercharger that is larger, adds almost 7 more pounds of boost than the old Demon, at a total of a whopping 21.3 pounds of boost. That is a huge number. Drive shaft is said to be 30% stronger, and the rear axle housing is 58% stronger, says Dodge. Like I mentioned before, you get an improved 8-speed transmission. That is said to have an improved transmission brake as well, which that gives you performance in its own. A retuned suspension is also supposedly 50% stronger in the rear to help you from really skying toward the moon when you launch this thing off the line. Also carrying over from the Demon of the past are those beefy Brembos for superior braking performance, but who really needs brakes when you have a parachute? It's way more fun to just release the chute. For the max performance on the drag strip here, it comes stock with Mickey Thompson ET Street R radials. Obviously, you get a big fat one in the rear, a little bit narrower up front, and these do come stock instead of needing to option them in or buy them separately like the previous Demon. This comes ready for the strip. You'll need to get regular tires for your Walmart runs. There are surprisingly some other features you can add onto this in terms of packaging. For $11,495, you can option in two-piece aluminum and carbon fiber wheels to reduce 25 pounds of weight, and you keep the same design. So if you're looking for the absolute fastest Demon 170 possible, I suppose you can shell out another 11,500 bucks and maybe can I don't know, a quarter of a second quicker. I don't know how that works, but that is an option. And they also removed some stuff off the front to shave another 15 pounds compared to the previous Demon. All in all, not much of a difference. In terms of production numbers, you can expect this to be limited. Official numbers aren't known yet, but expect a few thousand. So if you want the latest and newest muscle before it's gone, you better get on it. We'll make sure we take a look at the interior here because, of course, I'm sure you all want to buy this for the interior. Who cares about what's going on the outside or under the hood? This is where it really matters. Yeah, I'm just kidding. But this is the look you've gotten for years, but extra nice given it's the Demon. I would opt for that red leather. It just seems like the right thing to do. As always, you get Dodge's great Uconnect system, which is easy to use and nice with all those screens. Super cool digital gauge cluster accompanying it. You get those cool Demon graphics plus those red and black themed color scheme. It's pretty cool. You can ride in style on this thing while you break people's jaws on the sidewalks as they watch you roll by. In review, guys, this thing speaks for itself. Absolutely nuts what Dodge is putting out, and power to them. That's the right thing to do. Go out with a bang. Uh, I think it's unfortunate that we're not completely converting to the new cars being EVs or hybrids or whatever. Thankfully, you still be able to buy these things new or used for years. If you still want new, you're really running out of time here. And this is quite an option to get for new. Like I mentioned before, please be able to drive this thing if you bring it on the streets. This is a lot of power, but so much fun and should be enjoyed. Keep it nice 'cause it's got to be worth a lot of money at some point. Hopefully, this review laid out all the information available to you guys in a straightforward way. Thank you for watching this Best Car Review. Please subscribe if not already. I'll catch you on the next Best Car Review.